Alright guys, I'm back. This is not a video about the San Francisco 49ers. I know that's usually pretty much any and everything that I report on, and I get it because that's my favorite team and that's mostly what I'm here to talk about. But this is actually about Deontay Wilder. So, I watched the fight last night, and this guy, if you ain't never seen Raw Power, you never watched a Mike Tyson fight, you know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen guys who hit hard and who just put people to bed. Watch the Deontay Wilder fight. So, I watched boxing when I was a little younger, you know what I'm saying, as a kid, and my favorite guy was Mike Tyson. I mean, hell, the Mike Tyson video game, Mike Tyson Punch-Out, is a classic. It was the foundation for any boxing video game that you could ever think of, And I think the only other video game that came close to that was Fight Night. But, Tyson was angry when he went in the ring. And Tyson wasn't looking to go past 3 rounds. He wanted to knock you out. He wanted to fight. He wasn't in there to play around. There was no hugging. There was no, oh man, we're going to take this distance and all the other stuff. No, Tyson wanted you to get a pillow and a blanket, put a bottle in your mouth like you was a baby, and put you to bed. Deontay Wilder is the same, if not better. And I know it's going to be a lot of backlash for that because of who Tyson was and how he fights and everything like that. But as far as boxing is concerned, Deontay Wilder is like class personified when it comes to him being a fighter. Like, the dude gets in the ring and he swings to take your head off, and most of the time your head usually comes off. I mean, not literally, of course, but proverbially your head comes off. He knocked out Brazil in 1 round. I think it was maybe 2 minutes and a few seconds into it, and he hit him with a right that just folded his body. His body looked like a wet noodle when he fell. For all the bad blood and all the anger and animosity, he still, after everything was done, hugged him twice, said whatever he said to him, and that was it. I think that people need to respect Deontay Wilder and show that man all the love in the world, because he's brought a spark back to boxing that hasn't been there for years. I don't watch too much boxing, and I haven't been into it for the past couple of years, but ever since Deontay Wilder has been boxing, I can say that I started watching again. But seeing him fight just reinvigorated my love for the sport, because he's a fighter. I don't like boxers. And I'm not saying that boxers aren't important to boxing. I'm just saying boxers for me are boring. It's a gladiator sport. I want to see somebody get knocked out. Like, to be honest with you, if you told me I'll give you $1 million if you watch a Mayweather fight over a Deontay Wilder fight, I wouldn't take the money. It would just be worthless. Period, point blank. Mayweather is the best technical defensive boxer that ever lived. And there's no disputing that. I will give that man his respect. He deserves that because he comes out every day whenever he boxes, and he'll win on points. He'll win on the card. Yeah, he's knocked. I think he has like 22 knockouts or something like that. But those were all early on in his career. As his career went on, he lost power, which most fighters do. And he just started to win on points. But his fights got boring. And at the same time, I started to see that he was picking his fights. So I stopped caring, to watch him, because all his opponents were shit. Anybody out there that was talking crap to him, he avoided. Anybody that, pretty much was a knockout artist, he avoided. He didn't want to fight. Deontay Wilder would fight anybody. I mean, hell, he literally fought a fan. Well, not a fan. He fought a guy who was talking a bunch of shit about him and his family. And, I mean, he made this dude sign a contract, basically, like, whatever happens here is not, there's no legal ramifications that can come against me, blah, blah, blah. And if you look on YouTube, you can see it. He literally made that dude sign a contract because dude was talking so much shit. And he went in there and he was fucking him up. They was having to hold him back. You know what I'm saying? Because this person was just talking crap. And to me, Yeah, everybody would probably say that's wild, but I think that was smart. Like, don't let people disrespect you and disrespect your family. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. That's not cool. And if you set that shit up the right way, and you know that you can't legally be held liable for anything that happens, fuck it, whoop his ass. But the Wilder versus Brazil fight, there was a lot of shit talking going on, and I tried to catch a couple of Brazil fights before this, so I looked up a few things, and the guy is a slow starter, and that's not going to work against somebody like Wilder, because Wilder literally will try to knock you out as quick as he possibly can, and if you a slow starter, that's the worst thing that's gonna that's gonna work against you when you fight somebody like that, because he comes out and he's swinging for the fences off rip, and you are going to sit up there and take your time. You want to feel out your opponent. I saw a couple of Brazil's fights where that's what he did. He'll take his time, he feels out his opponent, and then boom, he'll come in, he'll knock him out. Because he's had a couple of good knockouts, and it's simple, but you can't take that kind of time with Wilder. So watching the fight last night, man, it was well worth it. Like, I don't like Deontay Wilder. Like I said, to me, is the closest reminder of Mike Tyson that we have in today's times. I can respect the guy. Like, if you didn't watch his post fight conference, he speaks with such confidence. He speaks with reverence for himself. He's very, very spiritual. You know what I'm saying? He believes in God. He is just a good human being, period. Like, if I ever met the man, like, it would just be a pleasure to shake his hand. All I want to do is hear him yell "Bomb Squad." Like, it's just shit. Like, he sets off like an energy inside of you when he does that. But like, if you don't watch boxing and you haven't gotten into it in the past couple of years, believe me, like, just YouTube some of Deontay Wilder's fights, man. Like, it'll put your interest right back at the peak that it used to be, when the heavyweight division was a division where you could go and get knocked the fuck out. Like, I don't like this fucking running around and let me get points and, hit once and then you start to see the guy stumble and then you step back. What the fuck is that about? No. If you see a guy getting weak and you can hit him a couple times, hit his ass again. That's the fucking point. You don't want to be in boxing to win on points. If you want to do that, just go to Floyd Mayweather's camp. You can do it there. He'll teach you how to defensively box. Like I said, best defensive boxer I've ever seen in my life. But as far as knockouts, I've seen his knockouts. In his earlier days, he was good with that. In his latter days, he just fought whoever he wanted to fight. And there was a lot of times where I could visibly see that he, he got rocked. But, with all due respect, Deontay Wilder's a better fighter. And he should be getting the kind of money that Floyd Mayweather gets. Honestly, I'm sorry. Like, he paying this man chump change when he done reinvigorated the sport. People watch boxing now because of him. It's better for us to go ahead and go through and see somebody for one round, that knock somebody out that gave us a really good show, than watch 12 rounds of somebody running around scoring fucking points. That's boring. I'm sorry. And, for all those people out there that love boxing and they feel like, it's disrespectful to talk about Mayweather like that, you can say what you want, man. It's a 12-round fight where people are scoring points is boring because there's no actual power punches. You don't see somebody get rocked. You don't see anybody get weak. There's just not much entertainment value in it. When you see Deontay Wilder get in the ring, you know that you're gonna get your money's worth. And even the fight he had with Fury, where he took it, where they went the distance and it came to a draw. Personally, I believe, strictly based on the fact that he knocked his ass down twice. I mean, like, no, I'm sorry. Wilder won that fight. I know he won the fight. That's how I feel. And then there's going to be people that say that Fury won the fight. Fury won the boxing match. And Fury was a better boxer than Wilder. He's not a better fighter. Nobody's a better fighter than Deontay Wilder, because Deontay Wilder comes in the ring and he does what he has to do. And at the same time, at the end of the fight, he respects you. So I'm just letting y'all know, if y'all never watched no heavyweight boxing lately, pick up your phones, pick up your laptops, iPads, whatever device you have. YouTube Deontay Wilder and his fights. And believe you me, you'll want to watch again. Especially after that knockout that he put on Brazil. That boy, his body looked like a wet noodle, and it was a wrap, and it was over. Brazil didn't even want to talk to the media. He left the ring before anybody could speak to him. He was out. I don't even think he did a post fight conference. He was gone. It's a wrap. So y'all stay blessed. Y'all, you know what I'm saying, stay up. Continue to do great things and continue to be smart and be powerful in life. You know what I'm saying? And you will be rewarded for such. And I mean, just get back into boxing, if not for any reason, but just to watch Wilder, man. If you ain't seen this dude, you are missing out on a great fighter. Not he may not be the best boxer, but he is technical when he needs to be. But he is a great fighter. And if you love knockouts, this is the dude to watch.